Peace, God. Oh, that light got bright. Quick. About to build with the God, the Lord Obeng, or the Lord Obeng. We're about to build with the Lord Prophet. The Lord Prophet. Waiting on the Lord Prophet to get in, but we finna build when he get in. I'm intrigued by this man, this young God. So we're about to do some connecting. We're about to do some connecting. So when he get in, he already got the notification. He already replied. So as soon as he get on, I'm gonna let him on in, and we're gonna build together. But we're gonna be talking about authentic spirituality and power. You know, being gods of the earth. So you walk in this path, you walk in this journey, you trek in this. If you want us trekking on this journey, if you want us trekking this path, then you got to be about that. You know, authentic spirituality. We're gonna break down, because I want to break down with this man what is authentic spirituality. I kind of looked at his page and saw how he was living, and you know what I'm saying? And so I want to kind of like bring his perspective to the spiritual forefront, so we can so we can have a medium discussion about it. There you go. He's in. Okay. So we're going to get him on in. We're going to let him on. We're going to build. Hey, Benit. How you doing? All right. Yeah. There we go. Mm-hmm. What's going on, brother?
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Peace, God. Peace.
Peace to you.
Such a beautiful spirit and a beautiful vibe, man. I found from you. I gotten from you, and I just kind of wanted to connect with you because I actually saw you on another page you were doing. You was talking to another god out there called Carbonation. So, but I saw you on that. But I saw you. But the thing is, we had been following each other for a little minute. You feel me? So I had already realized like I had realized that we had been following each other, you know, for years already, a couple of years. I seen like how long we've been following. And then, you know, I noticed your like page. You got a like page also, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah. So I want to introduce you to the people so that way we can open up the channel because I really want to build on this authentic spiritual path because I've been, as I was explaining to my audience, I've been seeing you, watching, going to your page and looking at you. I'm looking like, yo, you see all these spiritual teachers out there, trying to give an authentic direction or guidance to this path of awakening, man. And so I wanted to come on and build with you about the authentic spirituality, what that path looked like, and how we walk in that power, how we own that, how we manifest that, how we create that, how we build that with a family, how we unite with each other, and how we just how we manifest a life on that journey. You feel what I'm saying?
Got you. So yeah, um, basically, the spiritual path is, your own individual path for one. You walk this path in your own, in yourself, and you figure out your lessons, through
First,
life.
introduce yourself. Introduce yourself to the people. God, hold on.
Uh,
Yeah, I wanted to turn that. That light was too bright in my face. But introduce yourself to the people first, God. Let them know who you is.
uh, my name is Jalen, and sometimes I go by Lord the Prophet. So that's who I am. I do music, I do art, I do everything.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, I wanna just build with you, man. This is nothing like this. Not an interview. This is just a natural conversation I wanted to have with you
that-
as I see you like you're a Lord. You feel me? And you walk in this powerful journey on your own, man, and just living that life, that spiritual life that you're getting others to connect. And I can already see who you are. Like I can see who you are. I know where you're going.
uh,
I know where you're headed with it. You know what I'm saying? So, just go ahead and talk about that with us, man. Just help me out some more, man, because I'm intrigued by your journey.
for real, okay. Well, so I mean, first you gotta realize, that you are a part of everything. So when you come to that understanding, and I can't really teach somebody, I can't really tell them how to think. You kind of just gotta, you can lead someone to knowledge, but you can't make them think about it. But so once you get that, that thought in your mind and understand that for yourself, and then you start walking in your power as a being of the all, represented as what people would call God, and
Mm-hmm.
then that's how you really you claim your individuality. And so
Mm-hmm.
I'm living my path is towards like spreading light to people. So basically like spreading awareness so that the collective consciousness can evolve. You see, that's really my big one on my that's one of the big things on my mission. So if you were to ask
Mm-hmm.
me that, yeah.
You walking this path by yourself? You on this journey alone? You walking with a tribe? You
Um,
you building a family? What's that?
so yeah, I mean, I'm connecting with so many beautiful souls every day. It's like a map how all these people are connected to each other. It's so weird, but yeah, I mean, I'm really so much kind of alone. I have a lot of people that are involved with me, but it's not really like a team of people that I'm living with and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, I keep it like I believe just with me personally that you know when you are called to this journey, when you are called on this path, you
True.
kind of have to put a lot of things, you got to put a lot of things to the wayside. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, the sacrifices are of those that you love. You know what I'm saying? And and a lot of people don't really understand that this journey, you got to cut people off. And people that's not, see, this is why I want to build with you because I could see, looking from the outside looking in, I could see like, you know, you have that truth in you. And so I'm coming from a perspective of like this man is on a similar path as me.
Right.
Sometimes everybody can't go with you. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like
I feel that. I feel that.
everybody
I sense that.
everybody ain't gonna agree.
Correct.
You know how you be dealing with like them people like those that you love, but you gotta cut them off.
Man, that's the thing. That's the big lesson with love and pain. Like the people you love the most gonna hurt you the most. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? The people that let you love the least are gonna hurt you the least. But if you have
mm,
so much love for all things, you're gonna have a lot of pain. You're gonna have a lot of care and a lot of, care for ignorance. That stuff hurts some people that are empaths. And so you feel you have a lot of a big burden on your shoulders of the pain. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
But it's because you love it so much. You care so much about the all. You feel me?
mm,
But I don't know. It's like that's the big lesson. That's one of the big lessons in life. Trying to, you know, attachments and detachments. You see what I'm saying? It's like one.
mm, mm,
Attachments it comes with with detachments. It comes together. So you have to understand that if you attach to something and then detach from it, in a sense, you can manifest like this. It's
mm,
weird, but yeah.
mm,
So it's really a hard topic. I mean, people have their own lives that they go through their own situations at different scales of pain and love. So
mm,
people learn these
mm.
things though.
Man, I appreciate you coming on because I wanted to talk, these things out with somebody that's on that journey, man. And, you know, I've been on it for a little bit. I've been on it. How long you been doing this? How long you been on the spiritual awakening path?
So like ever since I was like in middle school, I was always seeing synchronicity,
Mm,
but I didn't have any understanding of what that really was. No one really could tell me what that was. I didn't really have any way of finding out. But the older I got, uh, it was around. I really got strong into it maybe like 5 years ago when I was like 20. So yeah,
mm,
and from
wow.
there it was more so like stepping into my power of like just being myself. You know,
Mm. Authentic self.
yeah,
Even even if you have to cut people off to do it.
facts.
Do you be dealing with like a lot of hatred, a lot of hate come at you?
Yeah, because the hate is always there. The hate comes with the
Mm,
love. It's like the same thing, but it's just like degrees. It's like a scale. Hate and love are on the same scale,
mm.
but it's
See,
like
I be
hate is
dealing
the
with like,
amplification.
mhm. I be dealing with hate like on a different level though. Like, right, my hate. I think it's all on the same level, but a different scale of what's on the same level. I be dealing with hate differently, man. Like, I be having like, like I used to have a lot of white followers before I became awakened. I used to have a lot of white friends. I used to have a lot of, white people that follow my message. And then when I started to come out and speak that truth, speak that God knowledge, speak that authentic truth, because like I
Yeah,
posted earlier, I said that I said that the message, no matter what the message is, there's always going to be opposition for it. So you might as well just speak the truth. You feel what I'm saying? And so I was
hmm
dealing with a lot of, white people who had white guilt. You feel me? And so a lot of them was coming at me, in my inbox because I used to be Christian. I used to be a big faith Christian walker. You what they call a Bible thumper. That was me, bro. I was
yeah,
toting the Bible everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Speaking the knowledge of Jesus to everybody, bro. I did that
right.
up until like 2000, from like 2006 to 2016. You feel me? And then people didn't really get when I got I woke up. I want to say I woke up late, but I don't think there's no late call to this.
There is
I'm
no
in my
late.
30s.
It's
I'm
all
in
in
my
divine
30s.
timing.
Huh?
It's all in divine timing.
Right. All things are divine timing. That's facts. And I kind of woke up late. I woke up in my 30s, somewhere around like 34, you feel me, 33. And but I understand that I am no age either. You feel me? I am
Fact.
the infinite. I am the all. I am the
You're the
eternal
all.
everlasting presence. You
Right.
feel me?
There is no
I'm the
time.
all, so I already know there's truly no age to me. There's no
There's no
destination for me.
right. There's no
You see?
limit.
Right. So people think that there's a destination for this thing called life, meaning like a graveyard. You feel what I'm saying? But they don't understand that, you know, we go beyond this. People like you, people like me, the mystics out there, the empaths, we go beyond these constructs. We go beyond these walls of our mind, and we open up new channels, and we see new channels. Like I always had this knowledge within me because it was always laying dormant. It's just that it had to get awakened. You feel me? And so when
Right.
it got awakened, when I ignited that, when I stirred up that message, you feel me? It rushed out of me like a fountain. It was rushing out of me. So I started teaching them, boom, 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 boom. You
Yeah.
know, it started taking off, you know, everywhere, faster. It was spreading like a wildfire, you feel me? So people started to just take on to that knowledge and found my message. You feel what I'm saying? And so I started to notice, you know, a lot of the hate that I was getting because I was speaking that authentic truth. I was speaking that power. I started to notice the hate I was getting, bro. So the hate that was coming was more so from the whites, you know, that was my followers at the time, the
Hmm.
Christians, you know what I'm saying, the believers of Christ. They was my followers at the time. So the hate I was getting was coming from them. But the fact is, I had to realize, like, if you can't, you know, my melanated brothers, my melanated beings, my brothers and sisters, they was clinging to the message because it was the information is laying dormant within them too. You feel me? And so the
Hmm.
genes got to be activated. And so I came along, they found my message started to activate them. But the hate that was coming was from white people. And I want to ask you this because
What's up?
you've been on this path and you might have noticed. Do you believe that white people are empathic? I've always had this question, and me personally, I don't
You
believe
said,
they're
you
empathic.
said, do I believe they're empathic?
Yeah, I don't believe white people can be empathic
Hmm. Why do you say that though?
because I'll give you an easy example. Look at what just happened. Look at what just happened with George Floyd. You feel me? See,
Hmm.
we have to be God, but we have to understand that we have to be man too. Because
Right.
we are on this physical realm, and so we can't be, you know, ignorant or blind or absent-minded of the nature of our man, of this physical vessel, of this being, the things that is, you know, dropped upon us. And
Hmm.
so one of the reasons I say that is because look at what happened with George Floyd. Now, they, you know, to be empathic is to truly feel, to feel.
Right.
And in order to feel, you have to be in tune. You have to be in tune. And now, that's why I believe that they can't be empathic, because I don't believe that they're in tune with their divine selves. You feel me? Because they can do things without remorse. They can kill their own people. When we riot because we feel for our brothers and sisters. That's why we riot, because we feel that. You feel me? But they can't feel. So white people, even when they get shot down, even when crime happen against white people ain't in the streets marching. White people ain't out there fighting because they don't feel for their beloveds like we feel for our own beloveds. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I say they can't be empathic. But that's just my take on it. What's your take?
Well, I believe. I mean, see, I've come across many, different souls in my journey, and I believe there's capability to awaken a soul, for a soul to awaken. So, I mean, I don't really live by that illusion of separation when it comes to skin color sometimes, because I know there's certain
Mm,
souls out. You know what I'm saying? So that's really a construct that a barrier I had to break down within. Because there was one point in my life that I was like really, really pro black, and I'm glad to be a black man. Don't don't get me wrong, but it's like I see past the color these days. I see past that. I see past that, and I look at
mm,
the soul before anything.
mm,
I've
mm,
met plenty of white people that are empathic, you know, plenty of souls that are of different races that are, all connecting. So
mm.
because
But to truly be But to be connected, you have to be connected to the source. You have to be able to, the source has to be able to tap into you.
that's
You
right.
feel
That's
what
right.
I'm saying?
That's right. And
So
go ahead, go ahead.
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, but I mean, that's true what you said, right? So like, but these people are also a part of the all. See, everything is, still a piece of everything. So they exist for a reason. You see what I'm saying? It's not like it's a piece to the puzzle. There is no us without that difference of them.
Hmm.
See?
So yeah. So but we got this thing called polarity that I believe in, and we, you know, we got this thing called polarity. So you got two sides to every coin. You
Every
feel me?
corner.
So yeah, so you got good, you got evil, you got love, you got hate, you got, you got black, you got white. And I just believe that they are that other side of the polarity. That polarity that you got positive and you got negative. I believe
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
are the other side of that polarity.
But I mean, that comes in different forms. You see, it's different. It's more so like the spirit in that person. You see what I'm saying? They can
Mm-hmm.
be. You can have a black person with an evil spirit, and they just be a demon. It's really walking angels and demons out here. Really, that's all it
Mm-hmm.
is. It's an
No, I
ongoing war.
believe that. No, I believe that. That's a whole fact right there. I definitely believe that. You got even black demons out here because they're possessed. They're possessed by a demonic spirit. You feel me? So, but
Right. But that's a part of the all,
what's
though. That's a part of everything.
something about that? I want to touch on that real quick because that's something I teach a lot about meditation, and that's something that I definitely always dig into about the all, that we are no thing, nothing, right? We are no thing. But when we you take away the when you take away the nothingness, we become no thing. You feel me? And so
Facts.
that's the all. You feel me? And yeah, you said something. They are a part of the all. You feel me? But I can't never see they soul. You feel me? Like that. There's just I see love now. I want to say something. I see love all the time from they
Right.
can. I believe they can express love. They can
Right.
express love. I feel love all the time. But I'm talking
Right.
about on a spiritual, on a deeper level, on a deep see, love can be surface too. Love can be deep and love can be surface. You can find love beneath and on top. But so you got people that I feel they can love, but I don't see a soul to where I feel they can feel. You feel me? Because
I feel what you're saying. I feel exactly
hmm,
what you're saying. I feel exactly what you're saying. I feel like it's just a lesser version, maybe, but love is the founding. Love is the founding law, really, in everything.
mm,
Love is why everything exists.
mm, mm, mm. Love is why everything exists. Do you see souls? Are you able to see souls?
Of course, that's the first thing I see when I see life. When I see people, that's the
Hmm.
first thing I see. I don't
I
really
be
look
testing
at the colors.
I be testing energy. I test people's energy because I believe, once a person says, open up their mouth, person open up their mouth, but you can feel energy without a person saying anything. But see, I've been reading into energy for a very long time. You feel what I'm saying? So I've been able to test people's energy through, myriad of ways, through a myriad of, you know, con- soul connections, personal connections.
Facts.
Like right here, right now, like I can feel your energy. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? I be around them. I feel love, but I don't feel energy. And that's what I'm saying.
It's like
See,
a
that's what I'm
lesser.
saying. Hmm?
It's like a lesser. It's like ours might stretch further. You see what I'm saying? Our
Mm,
our power stretches further probably, but
mm,
it's still a thing in your presence. You see?
mm, mm, mm. I had somebody tell me one time, like, yeah, they are cave dwellers. That was funny to me. They are cave dwellers, but if you go look at caves, they're beautiful. Inside the cave is very beautiful. So it's like she was trying to tell me, like, hey, look, everything is not bad that comes from they. Everything about them ain't bad. Everything that's good in them. And I got some people that I know that are good people. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying all white people are bad, but and I don't want to make this a political and talk about black and white, but I'm just trying
Right.
to say, being on this spiritual journey, I just really want to open up about that, talk about like how we continue on this path to awakening ourselves, because I see you on your path. I see you, going through your pages and stuff, going through, you know, on YouTube and stuff. I see you working, doing that work, putting out that work, and your
Yeah.
journey. That's your journey. You feel what I'm saying? But this is another thing that's why I say they can't really be, empathic or become truly enlightened, because you know everything to them is about these constructs here. Everything to them is about these constructs here on this level. Feel me? And so I they teach, but I can't really absorb nothing from
Well, see, I feel as though, I mean, you can't really blame, I guess, them for being born that way in a sense. I mean, they did choose to come in this vibration as that person in their avatar, but like
it.
that's just that life lesson that they had to learn at that time. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? To be in that flesh, I guess. But
mm,
I can't tell you I'm more superior than someone else because I look
mm,
deeper than what I look deeper than my physical, even though it is a part of me. But
mm,
I exist on so many dimensions, so many levels.
mm, mm. Okay. Break that down for me though, because break that down because you say what you don't see yourself higher than them, but you exist on all these dimensions. Break that down for me.
Well, I mean, see, everything exists on all these dimensions. It's not just me. It's not just, you know what I'm saying? It's not just us. Everything exists on all these dimensions. It's just, a matter of understanding that can make you, into your power. Anybody can be
Mm,
in their power. It's not like someone's better than the next. Or it's not even about people. You know what I'm saying? It's about all things with life. That's how you gotta really look at
mm,
it. That you are no better than
mm,
all things that have life.
mm. Oh, that's a fact though, because I'm one with nature. You feel me? That's a
Right.
fact. I'm one with nature, and knowing that everything is life, everything that has life is life. I always talk about that too, that everything is life. And so, but there are things that don't give life. There are things that's not giving life. I believe that all things living give life.
Right.
I did a video about that. I called it entering into the vortex. You feel what I'm saying? And everything that is like a hurricane or natural disasters, these things are a part of life too. These things are life. These things are living, breathing organism and structures placed here by the all, placed here by the supreme being, placed here by God, placed here by whatever we call it. But these are things that are higher or I would say more so bigger constructs because we are a macrocosm, a microcosm of the macrocosm. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
When you see that disturbance, when you see that kind of disturbance within the earth plane, when you see that kind of disturbance, natural disasters and stuff like that, that's the earth. That's the earth saying, look, I must purge. I must purge because there's a sickness going on. A hurricane, a tornado, and it's all like a sickness in the body. It's all your body. When you sneeze, that's like a hurricane going off in your body. When you cough, that's like a tornado going off in your body. Your body you're just a microcosm of the macrocosm. So everything like when you're sick, your body has to sneeze it out, cough it out. It has to get rid of that mucus or that fungus or that and so yeah, all the things here that is not producing life because there's a scripture in the Bible where Jesus said he came to the tree and found no figs on the tree, and what did he do? He cursed the tree, and the tree withered away immediately after he cursed the tree. So we got
Hmm.
to understand that not everything that looks like it's living is giving life. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. And that's the
So,
thing,
so
because everything is not going to be on the life side. There's going to be a death path as well.
mm-hmm,
So
mm,
you can't forget the
mm.
duality and everything. You just gotta
Ooh,
accept
I'm
the fact that
loving
you just gotta accept the fact that you're on the light path and some people on the dark path. Some things are on the light path, some things on the dark path. And that's just your journey.
right. Wow. Wow. That was a good one, bro. That was a good one. Lord, I don't want to call you bro. I want to respect you. That was a good one. So
You
I just wanted
good.
to acknowledge. I just wanted to acknowledge that what I'm saying, that little fact that everything that's living is not given life because these like I was saying, these natural disasters, these things are put here to purge what we call I call her the great divine mother. You know what I'm saying? That consciousness that we live in and we breathe in and breathe out. She like, look, if there's a sickness, if there's a plague on the earth, I got to a hurricane is not because it's something seasonal, or a natural disaster is not something seasonal. I just believe that that's something that was strategically given, put here to purge. And listen, when those natural disasters happen, yo, there's black life that get lost during them too. It affects a lot of the black communities, and we can talk about weather control and all that on another time. But there are
Yeah.
also, you know, these things affect us most, but these things affect us some, but it don't affect us most. You see what I'm saying? Because we're tuned in with that energy. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So we don't get we the effect of these things don't really hit us as hard. And I'm not talking about tear our houses down and stuff like that. The devastation of it really doesn't affect us emotionally as hard as it do them because they built this. And so when these disasters
Hmm.
come and destroy it, they the ones that hurt more because they got investments in it. They're invested, but it don't affect us because we're tuned into a different energy, which is that same power. So that's why I call this topic, authentic spirituality and power. You understand what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
we have to be gods. We are gods, and we have
Right.
to be gods. And I heard
That's
you
it.
say, yeah. So we have to be gods, and we have to walk like God, and we have to talk like God, and we have to project ourselves out there like God, and so that we really rise above and go beyond. We can really rise above and go beyond, and we don't have to sit here and do these protest marches anymore if we knew we were gods, man. So I want you to
Right.
wake the people up on a little bit, man.
That's what I mean. That's what I try to do with my every essence. Like that's what I live in. Like that's what I do on a daily. You see what I'm saying? Like the waking up is happening, rapidly, exponentially. Just a matter of, it's a matter of everybody doing their part, you know what I'm saying? So in whatever way you can do it and through it, whether it be through the arts, just do what you do and do that. You know what I'm saying? Just be express and be the God within you, and create, be a creator.
Mhm.
Just
That's
express
a
you
whole
through
fact.
your work. And that is, basically how you start taking back your power as well. You just
Ooh,
create a reality.
you hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head because that's something that's been naturally, truthfully, that's something that's been naturally given to us as a people is that creativity of the
Yeah.
arts. You feel what I'm saying? And so I'm a poet, a writer. I've been doing spoken word for a minute. I've been writing books for a minute, and I've been doing, creating nice video contents for a minute. That art, that skill, that art has been, naturally given to us as a people, and I believe that's why they can never really arrest us because through through the prison of the mind or through the prison of the body, we still come out and create. You feel what I'm saying? When they tried to imprison our mind through slavery and whatnot, we still created in the midst of that. We still, creating songs. We were creating hymns. We were
Right. Because
creating hymns. And
that's
you
your
feel me?
that's your life force. That's all you're here to create. That's what you're
Right.
here to do. You're supposed to do your
Mm,
part as being a piece of the all. You know what I'm saying? And whatever. I mean,
facts.
you can't help but create really when you got life around you, and art is
Right.
life. So yeah.
Art is life. Tell me, let's build on this other one, man. I want to talk about is um, do you have a do you believe in like building a tribe, a family? You know what I'm saying? Like someone I know you said we kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but we didn't dig into it. But are you trying to like put together a tribe or a soul family, someone that can come to you so you can teach or because I know the role of a prophet. I've been branded a prophet myself. But so I know the role of a prophet, but a prophet really goes on his own journey and just teaches everywhere he goes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is that your path? Is that your light path?
Okay. So I do have plans to do like it's not like a tribe in a sense. It's more like a way for souls to connect. That's why I made soul source connection. It's like a way for souls to connect. So whether that be physical or through the ethers, I'm trying to connect the souls. You see what I'm saying? So uh on a lone journey, do you mean like a wife or wives? Like what are you saying?
No, just a family, a community, a village,
Okay,
something
okay.
like you're building where people are all coming in. and contributing and expand, so that way the consciousness of the consciousness continues to expand, so that the message, the consciousness, the message of your conscious continues to expand and touch other
Right.
lives.
Right. So yeah, like that's really the goal, like to spread the light, and so that the light can continue to spread through others. Um,
Mm,
I don't really know the destination. You see, I'm
mm,
living in the moment. So,
mm,
but I'm putting in the work. You
mm,
see what I'm saying? So
mm,
it's just happening. It's happening through me. The universe is living through me. The universe is
mm,
talking through me. I'm just, a bearer of light. That's what I was saying here to
mm.
do.
A bearer, I like that. Yeah, that's all we all, and that's kind of like what That's why I have I'm starting this movement called the Traveling Light Tribe myself.
Uh-huh.
You feel me? Because it's kind of like how I see. That's kind of how I see myself, just a bearer of light. Because I believe that we all got some form of light within us to go out there and share with others. You feel me? And wake others up. You feel me?
Right.
I went on my spiritual journey a year ago, 2019, when I left to go to the Philippines. I went to the tropics over there, and I touched down on the earth, and everything was wiped, like a computer being wiped of its virus. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I thought I knew, you know what I'm saying, and this consciousness and in this form of the reality I'm living, everything I thought I knew was wiped clean because I had touched a richer source. I had touched the source. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? I touched the source of consciousness. You feel me? Over in the tropics. You feel me?
Yeah.
Activating my DNA, activating my mind, activating, having, my hair was growing at the time. And so everything in me was being activated. Everything was in me was being enlivened. And I started to touch more people. Even over there, I ain't know nobody, but I was reaching so many people. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Because you was bright.
I
You was
was on,
shining bright.
yeah, definitely that. Definitely that. I was on that path. I was on that journey. I was on that journey and still on that journey. Somebody said in the comment section, I want to address. I don't even really read the comments, but this one caught my eye. First, I said it was a journey, and at first I said there was no destination. Now I'm saying there's a journey. It's a journey. It is, because even when we're done right here, we're still journeying through. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? It's not there is no destination.
There's no
There is no
destination.
destination. A journey. My journey don't stop right here. You feel me?
Right.
My journey don't stop right here. My journey keeps going. It's a full journey, but my journey is never my journey also is never complete. You feel me?
Facts.
The job
That's
is
what I
never
like to
done.
say that too. The job's never done. The
Mm.
job's never done. It's a
So we got
continuous.
to continue. We must continue to build on this level. Like right now, what we're doing right now, man, we're connected. See, I found you and you found me because we was in that same alignment. We were in alignment with each other. You feel me?
That's what happens
And
when the
so
frequencies match.
yeah, so now we gotta build, and this is building. It doesn't have to look like us linking up together, but this is
Right.
building. This is me and you coming together, expanding our knowledge as one. You know what I'm saying? With my knowledge and your knowledge, we bring it together and we
And it
expand it
happens.
even more. You
Right.
feel me?
Right. Exactly.
So what's your spiritual what was your spiritual journey like, man? Like tell me about, like, did you have to die to yourself to awaken to this truth? Did you have to? What did you kill off?
Man, the biggest thing to kill on a spiritual journey is your ego. Once your
Mm,
ego is dead, once you really die from what you think you are, that right
mm,
there sends you
mm,
like your consciousness. You see, so
mm,
that was really like my death, and then I was reborn in my consciousness. So I was blind, but now I
ego.
see. That's that type of, yeah, basically. What you thought you
Mm,
knew was really not that. You know what I'm saying? And so
mm-hmm,
when you finally can see. You were blind, but now you
mm,
see. That's when,
mm.
So yeah, that was
Let's
the.
let, let's stay right there for a minute. I want you to build on that, because um I always get opposition to this. I always get opposition to the ego thing. I believe that God has a big ego. God is an ego. God is
Right.
ego. God, you know, I may not change your mind on this, and I don't look to change your mind on this, but I want you to hear my perspective.
Got you.
God is, when I realized this, when I realized like, oh, when I was telling people I'm God, I am God. Why won't I say, why would I not say I'm God? You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? I read the Bible, and the Bible, everything in the Bible was teaching me that I was God. And,
Facts.
and I was being lied to that I was a part of a part of God, but I really
And
realized that I was
that's the
a
biggest
part
lie.
with God.
That's been the biggest lie,
Mhm.
that we're separate from the all.
Right.
How can you be separate from what is?
Mm. Mm. That was deep. I like that way that one hit me. But I was talking about this ego thing and dealing with that ego death. See, when I went to activate my DNA, my genes,
Hmm.
um, bruh, Lord, my ego woke up. I mean, I woke up in my ego. I came back and I announced to the world who I was. The God
Right.
Obeng. You know what I'm saying? I announced to the world who I was because I woke up in my ego. I realized that the ego is your power.
Right. That's the base.
I don't.
That's the base.
The ego is your power. If you kill the ego, you kill your power. That's what I believe. I believe if you kill the ego, you kill your power, because what you're saying is, I'm gonna humble myself and I'm not gonna boast about who I am to many people. I'm just gonna let people see it. But listen, a tree, a tree does not stop growing. You say, you know, the redwood trees in California, they don't
Yeah.
listen. Those get tall. They don't stop. They don't like grow 6 feet. If they were meant to grow 100 feet, they're not gonna grow 10 feet because they don't want to, hurt you. They don't want to. They don't want to. They don't want to offend anyone because they get too big. They get too tall. You understand what I'm saying? You know, when you in that ocean,
Right.
them waves are gonna sweep your ass over, bruh. Them waves don't give no damn about you. When you're big, large, or small, they gonna come and sweep you over. They don't care because the one wave want to be the next biggest wave, or it doesn't matter. So the trees, they don't stop growing to be their tallest version of themselves because it may offend someone. The tree's gonna grow tall as they can be, and that's
Right.
with me. I'm realizing that everything in nature is explosive. Explosive. That's the ego to me. Explosive. So when I step out front and tell people who I am, that's me being explosive to people. They're like, "Oh, whoa, wow, hold on, don't do that. Calm it down a little bit. Like really." And I'm like, no, 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 no. I can't do that because then I'm
Right. That's the
suppressing
thing.
God.
You can't do it when you know you can't help but be magnificent. You see what I'm saying? And it
Mm-hmm.
makes you seem egotistical, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what you are.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can't live a life without your ego. You need it because you are a part of the all. You know what I'm saying? You exist for a reason. So you need to be that and evolve in that. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
like you were saying, yeah, just continue to evolve now that you know.
Mm-hmm.
It seems
I'm
like you
I'm
egotistical, but it's like you be humble with it, but it's like when you know it, it seems like you egotistical. It's weird.
yeah. See, that's one of the things I like to talk about, like being egotistical is like people confuse being egotistical with being cocky. And
Yeah, confidence and shit.
sometimes cockiness can be confused with confidence, you know what I'm
Facts.
saying? But
Facts.
taking it taking it out of that realm and keeping it where we're at with it, just the ego, to me, God has a big ego. God is a big. Listen, how many stars are in the sky? There's billions. There could have been one star in the sky, but the universe said no. We want to create billions of stars. We don't want to just create one star. We don't want to create just one moon. We want to create billions of moons. We want to create billions of planets. We want to create billions of galaxies. We want to create billions. The universe doesn't stop expanding, and that's our ego. That's our ego is our consciousness is always expanding into who we are, and so every time, into who we are in front of people. And so every time my consciousness expand, that's like another galaxy opening up another portal. So I cannot suppress that. You got scientists going off in space every single day trying to discover new galaxies because they understand that the universe is constantly expanding. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's what you are the same. You are a microcosm of the macrocosm. So you are constantly expanding. And so when you are expanding, you can't go undiscovered.
Right.
You gotta surface that. You gotta let people know that. You gotta let people see that. Because you can be waking up a lot of people's dormant genes and not even know it. You understand what I'm saying? And then you got the Buddhist approach where they like humble and they go off into the woods. And I believe that's for everybody's spiritual path to at least take that journey once in
Right.
your
Right.
life.
Right.
To, if you're on that awakening journey, at least once in your life, go off on a solo quest and discover what your purpose is. But I truly believe Buddha had an ego too. Jesus had an ego too. You know, Jesus was screaming, if you see me, you seen the Father. Jesus saying, you
Right.
see me, you see the Father. But they didn't want to hear that. They was like, nah, that's not, no, we don't see the Father in you. You're not. But Jesus was expanding their minds. He was
Right.
expanding their minds,
I'm saying, like,
expanding their mind. Buddha expanded their
it
minds when
come
he
it
told them,
come with it. It come with it. There is no separate.
mm-hmm,
It comes with it.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
it's just like, say ego is rooted in your root chakra, right? More so than any
mm-hmm,
other chakra. When you live in your God self, your chakras are expanded. So your ego is gonna expand with you. You know what I'm saying? There's no separate, you know what I'm saying? But when you finally had that realization, like I said, that realization that you just a part of the all, then it humbles you and lets you, walk in your ego at the same time in a dualistic way.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I hear you on that. Yeah, I be building. I'm just a, my name is Obeng. You feel what I'm saying? And that's a name that came from the ancestors that awakened me, that awakened my spirit. And that name is a very powerful name. It actually means powerful. It means powerful. So whenever people call on my name, Obeng, they're calling on the powerful God that I am. They're calling on that spirit being. And so that name was given to me through spirit, through my awakening, through my ancestors for this purpose to be all powerful. God is omnipotent, right? All powerful,
Right.
omniscient, all knowing, all omnipresent everywhere. And so I'm just what I was talking about yesterday in my live or the other day in my live. I said they want to tell me that I'm the little G God, but I'm saying that even the little G God is still a higher expansion of my physical self.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's still a higher expansion of my physical self. So I'll be the little G God, but even if I am the little G God, I still have to profess that I am God. To proclaim I'm the little G God, but I say I'm God. And I'm professing that because me and my father are one. Me and my mother are one. It is all connected. It's all divine. It's all powerful. It's all one.
It's
You
all
feel
a
what I'm
piece
saying?
of the all. Like it's just no separation. That's the big illusion. There
Yes.
is no separation.
Yes.
That's the big illusion.
Yes.
So
What's the illusion people be buying into?
that they are apart from everyone else and everything else. That they're not
Hmm.
a, you know what I'm saying? Like that they're a different when really it's all the same. You know what I'm saying? When
Hmm.
people say I love you, they love themselves.
Hmm. Hmm. Yo, tell me why you think this? Why you think this course has been given to this generation, us? Why you think this has been given to us? Why wasn't this given to the last generation or the generation before us? Why has it been given to us?
It's like it's just a different energy, a different time because everything is constantly evolving. And so now it's just we're stepping into a new time, but it's constantly ever evolving. It's just that it's our times, it's our soul's time. You know what I'm saying? It's the time for souls that are with the light because the light's getting brighter. It's time for the light to take over. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that was nice. That was beautiful, God. That was beautiful. It's time for the light to take over.
But I
Right.
mean, there is no light without the dark. So it's all about to go. It's all about to, it's like a Aquarius age, right? The Aquarius age
Yeah.
has it's like a two sides to the coin, like you said. So
Yeah.
the and the light is about to ascend in its own ways. They're both about to
Mm,
go further. You see what I'm saying? So it's a matter of picking sides now. It's like the real from the fake is about to really, be exposed in this time of an apocalyptic time of information being unveiled. This is the time when, you know, real from true is about to be seen. It's the time. So
mm, mm. Yeah. Yeah, like when you talking about the age of Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? And so like, me being what's your sign, God?
I'm a Scorpio. Well, my sun sign is a Scorpio.
Okay. I'm a Cancer with an Aquarius moon. You feel
Hmm.
me? And so I'm already like my senses, my senses is already, are already highly activated. You feel me? With everything. I'm definitely deeply in tune with, the energy. So I'm looking at like this journey that's been given, this call that's been given to us. You know what I'm saying? This awakening of the consciousness has been given to this generation, especially to the melanated beings of this planet. I call us the gods of the earth. You feel what I'm saying? So this journey has been given to us and to continue to go on and pass off to our younger generation. And so I said something earlier that ticked a lot of people off when I talked about like the education system. Oh, whew, came back. We back. We back. You there? You there? God, you there? There, God? Uh-oh. Let me let him back in, God. Hey, this thing is getting lit. I'm gonna let you back in, God. Hold up. Whew. Wow.
We back. Back.
We back, God. We back. We back. So I believe this journey has been given to us for a purpose, for a reason. I believe that it's been given to us to awaken the melanated beings of this planet, the melanated gods of this earth. But I also believe that it is to put us into a position because the meek shall inherit the earth. We're about to take back possession of what belongs to us, and we're about to take back possession of what belongs to us. And so it's that time. Me personally, I believe it's that time to start, going on that going on that building building phase, the building phase, where you start finding your community, you start putting people together, and you start activating the genes inside you so that we don't have these same generational curses come back and haunt our
Right.
children's 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 children. That
Right.
that's why I believe we've been given this specific journey at this time in life, especially with everything that's happening right now. And I'm not talking about the police beating that's been going on. Killing black folks been going on forever, but I'm talking about like the COVID thing. You feel me? Even though I understand that's not a health virus, that is an actual conscious virus. That is a disease in the mind. And so the great divine mother has called forth her children and said that I am giving you back the controls over this, and it is time for us to start laying our foot down and picking up what belongs to us. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I
Completely.
believe this journey has been given to us, because the journey has not been given to the swift. I mean, the journey has been given to the swift. I said it backwards.
You good? But yeah, I feel exactly what you're saying though. The journey is everlasting though, like we said before. So the
Mm,
journey it's a select few of people though. It's not really a lot of people that are going to be on a similar journey like us.
mm,
So it's certain people that are called to, help the people, and they do
Mm,
what they do in their area,
mm,
because you just gotta be a piece of the all. You know what I'm saying? One
yeah,
person can do it all.
yeah, yeah. One person. Say that one more. Say that one more time. I need people to hear that.
One person can't do it all. It's about connection.
Facts, facts, facts. And I want everybody that's tuned in to hear that. One person cannot do it all. And so we can be, better and bigger and more resourceful when we pull our consciousness, our minds, our souls together on this journey. You feel me? So, brother, I just want to say, we have to look at like life differently now for us, for our children. We have to look at life differently for our kids, man, coming up, because they're being mind programmed by the
Right.
schools, by the the devices. We got these devices that's programming our
Right.
children's mind. Start walking that path, as I was saying earlier. But tell me, a little bit about like where you where you come from with your where do you come from, so that
All right.
people can kind of like gain a sense of your journey, your path, and where you're headed. Because I kind of overstepped it asking you where you're headed, but I want to ask where you come.
Where do I come from? Um, it's hard to. I mean,
Come from
I
with
live
this
in.
knowledge, bro. Where you come from with this knowledge?
Where do I come from with the knowledge? Uh, it comes from. I mean, I'm a part of the all. Like I said, it just comes. It comes from everything, from observing everything, from being inspired by everything. From
Mm,
from understanding the difference I have in things and letting that teach me a lesson. All that. You know what I'm saying? All that. Everything is a lesson. So I learned lessons through understanding the differences I have in things, and loving. You see what I'm saying?
mm, yeah. No, I want to talk about that. That's good. That's good that you said that difference. Um, do you feel that we've been given a heavy task? We've been given a heavy task. Think about this. When it comes to masculine and feminine energy, are you tapped into your feminine energy?
Yeah.
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 How
I'm
how
tapped
how,
into both sides.
how do you tap into your feminine energy?
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so it's like for me, it's more so in the mind. So like the left and right brain. The right brain is
Mm,
the creative side. That's more the feminine side, and the left brain is the masculine side. That's the logical side. So when it comes to tapping into your feminine side, for me, I get more creative and start to create things. Back to like we were saying about God, it's masculine and feminine. You
mm,
got to create with order and and through the art, because art is life. So through my creation side, that's my feminine side. For me, more so than
mm.
yeah.
So tapping into your feminine is not about sexuality
Nah, not because that's a whole nother thing. Like gender and then sexuality is two different things. But
then. Hmm. Talk. Help the people out, man. You can't say nothing like that, and the people don't
yeah,
hear it. You can't say nothing like that, and the people don't hear that. What you talking about with that?
like I mean, I guess before I am a man, I am a soul. You see,
Mhm.
so you limit yourself when you give yourself a label. I
Mm,
don't like labels and titles. I really
mm,
don't like to call myself anything because to call yourself, you take away from your essence. To put a label on something, you see what I'm saying?
hmm.
But
But,
uh,
but yeah.
but I
But do
am
you?
in this. You said what?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna wait till you done.
I am in this life as a man, so this is the avatar my soul has chosen to take on through this journey.
Mm,
So that's really what it
Avatar.
is.
Yeah. Are you a spiritual warrior?
I guess so. If I'm on a, this all is a war. So if you're on a light path and you standing strong in that light, it's all a war. So Of course.
Hmm. Hmm. I believe that I believe as a man, I believe that I believe that there are no I believe that there are no mistakes. There are only mistakes. So there are no mistakes. And I believe that we've been given these constructs. I like to call them constructs.
Right.
You know, we've been given these constructs of a body for a purpose. And I believe that it was for a chosen
Right.
reason why we've been given these constructs. Because the all divine mother, the all divine father, the great divine father, both all of them, both of them knew that in this construct would I be able to deliver to the masses the energy that I'm possessed on on
Right.
on on multiple levels, on a physical, relationship, spiritual, emotional level. and
Right.
and people and so people, when they see when people see you first, what they see is a man. And so they're going to go off of the constructs already. They're going to go off of the constructs already built around the idea of a man, a protector, a leader, provider, this and that and the third. You feel what I'm saying? But me being the Cancer, the mother sign of all of the signs, the mother sign of them all, the nurturing side, you know, I'm, I'm agreeing with you on this. I'm tapped into my feminine side as well. That's more so, I have creative. I'm very creative too, but my feminine side is more so being empathetic to those who
Oh
are
yeah.
um the weaker of us, or the lesser of us. You feel me? Those who get blackmailed or blackballed or outcast from you know society, or outcast from the ideal of what a man is, or the ideal of what a black man is even. You
Mhm.
feel what I'm saying? So I just look at it like that. Continuing on with this journey, continuing on my path as a man, I have to look at why I was given this construct. And why I was given this construct was for the purpose of of leading. And I know
Facts.
you said something like I know you said something like the labels limits us, and that's a whole fact. Labels do limit us, but we have to understand
Right.
that
Right.
our souls are within this construct though.
Right.
And
It's all mind, body, soul. It's all mind, body, soul. That's the Holy Trinity. So like when you
right.
sit, you just gotta accept the construct you was given. You know what I'm saying? And live through
Hmm.
that.
Hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I just want to say thank you for joining me on this live, Lord. You feel me?
No
I,
problem.
I appreciate you building with the gods and us, man. We're gonna keep, you know, teaching. I'm gonna hope that you continue to go on your journey and do well. Bless the people with more of your knowledge and your wisdom and your
Well,
enlightenment, because you carry the torch. You carry the torch, God. And anybody watching should go follow, because God is carrying the torch. You feel me?
appreciate that, man, for real though. And you too. I see you. You definitely a warrior. You know what I'm saying? You be putting in that work. So it's a nonstop journey, like you said before. So, we just got to keep going and living by example. That's all we really can do. You know,
Mm, appreciate you, God. Atone, God. I see you on the other side. We'll connect more.
facts. You already know.
Yes. Have a good one.
All right, peace.
Peace. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Hey, I appreciate the love. Great message tonight. Thank you. Yeah. Great message tonight. Huh? Great message tonight. Huh? Hmm? How y'all doing? Hmm? So, talk to me, y'all. Talk to me about what y'all think. What y'all think about that message, though? What y'all think about that message? What do y'all think?
Y'all good? Give me some feedback. Because that's the brother like, why do I want to call him like Jordan? That's the brother Lord Prophet. That's the brother Lord Prophet. And Lord Prophet is, you know, he's a warrior. He's a warrior of the light. He's a warrior of the, he's definitely one that, you know, put out the consciousness, you know, the expansion of awareness. I like the different, you know, me and him, we like, we had a lot of agreements, things we agreed on, similarities, but also I could see that that ego thing is where it tripped me up at, because the ego thing tripped me up with because I understand his perspective. I understand his side of the ego talk. I understand his side of that, but also, you know, to each his own, right? You have to go on your own spiritual journey, and God has to speak to you in a different way. God has to speak to you differently. God has to tell you how to invoke yourself into the universe, into the world. When you look at this, when you look up in the sky, you see things are expanding, and that's a part of us. And so our consciousness is always expanding. Our awareness is always triple, quadruple, many layers to our awareness. There's many layers. You understand what I'm saying? Many layers to our awareness that is constantly expanding, expanding, expanding. And you know this because you can have people who you don't even know, never even met, never even had a conversation with, but we talk about being on the same wavelength and same frequency, same magnetic pulse field. You understand what I'm saying? But that's just my awareness expanding. You know what I'm saying? When you meet people, and you be like, damn, I just said that yesterday, and you go liking it. Oh, damn, I just talked about something, that you see a post online or something. Damn, I just talked about that yesterday. But that's because your level of consciousness is expanding. Your level of awareness is expanding. Your consciousness, your message, your purpose is expanding. Not your mission. Not your mission, but your message. Your message is expanding and expanding and expanding. That those, you're starting to see more of yourself. So when you see a post that you say, man, I just said this yesterday. You might see a post that say, I just said something just like that yesterday. But you need to understand what's coming back to you. What's coming back to you is the expansion of your awareness. That is you. That message, that's you. Even though you see it being said from another light source, another light being, you understand? When you driving down the street, when you're driving down a dark highway, you understand what I'm saying? The street lights don't differ from one another. The street lights don't, when you're driving down a dark highway, the street lights don't differ. The same light, you know, the same light that's coming from one street light is shining as the same as the next street light over, and the next street light over, and the next street light over. And so the street lights don't differ unless, you know, we're talking about the light bulb, but I'm talking about the actual output, the energy coming out of the street light. The energy coming out of the street light when you're going down the highway does not differ from one another. You know, the same spectrum of light is being outputted from each, you know, one street light to the next, 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 to the next. And so what's happening to you is when you start to see people repeat and say some of the things that you just said, you're like, damn, I just said that. I just said that. That's like someone's putting out that same energy as you. Like this, like Lord Prophet is putting out that same energy. You understand? What happened is that you know that, yo, his message is my message, or my message is his message. And that's the expansion of your awareness. That's what we talk about, expand. When we say expand your awareness, that it start to come back to you. When you start to notice the message coming back to you, that's your awareness expanding. What does it mean to be aware? What does it mean to be aware? If you even look up the word aware, and really dig into, because I did this, and you really dig into the etymology of the word aware, you will find the word information. You understand what I'm saying? If you dig into the root word of awareness and you start really, you're going to see information. And so the expansion of your awareness is only what? Others carrying your same information. You understand? And so I get when he said that we are a part of the all, because we are. That's something I always talk about. We are a part of the all. The all is a part of us. And there is no difference between that. You understand what I'm saying? And so when I was asking him, on that, about that path, that journey that we got to take, and some of us been given that path of walking, like a prophet, where you walk alone. Or some of us been given that path to walk like a shepherd, and we walk with a flock. So some of us are prophets where we walk alone, and some of us are shepherds where we walk with a flock. We lead a flock. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's more so like why I was trying to get him to, or I was trying to see if that's where he was taking his journey, because, it's our generation's time. It's our generation's time. And it doesn't matter if you follow me. You can go follow him. You can go be with him. You can go build with him. But it doesn't matter. What matters is I noticed the expansion of my awareness through him, and him through me. And so therefore we as leaders, as prophets, as teachers, as guides, we have to gather the flock. We have to gather the flock. And so I bring him on so that you may not resonate with the way, some people told me, they don't like the fact that, some people don't do the ego thing. I'm all about the ego thing as far as when it comes to being God. I'm all about the ego because I know that God has a big ego. God has a big ego. God is not humble. There's nothing humble about God. And he is more so of the ego death, which is good. It's cool because then others can go and say, that's where I'm at, where it's not about projecting myself, so far out there. But still we found each other. Still we were able to build and connect and agree and have a lot of similarities, because regardless of, the ego path or the non-ego path, regardless of whatever path, you understand? Regardless of whatever path, you found us both. You feel me? And both of us are capable of, because it's been given to us. And so when I say both of us are capable, I don't mean that with a possibility. I mean that like with 100% assurance. Both of us are capable of leading you to the water to drink, to elevate your mind and expand your consciousness, your awareness, your information, the information of yourself. So if you found me or if you found him, that is only an expansion of your awareness. If you found me, because it's an expansion of your awareness. I am just an expansion of your awareness. My information resonates. My information is your information. Our information is the same. It's been given to the melanated children anyway of this earth. The earth, the children of the earth, the gods of the earth. It's been given to us anyway. You understand? To lead this generation, to lead us out of captivity. It's been given to us. It's been given to us. And so now, whether you are about building with a family, whether you are about building a tribe, whether you are about building whatever you're trying to build, whatever it's about, you have to take on the journey and make sure that you don't pass off these curses. Make sure that you don't pass off these curses to the next generation and generation and generation and generation. Because see, why do we relate with the pain and the suffering and the trials and tribulations of our ancestors, the slavery? Why do we relate to that? How are we? Because listen to me, beloved. We relate to the pain and the struggles of slavery. We relate to the pains and struggles of our ancestors. We relate to the pains and struggle of black people everywhere. We relate to that, number one, because it's still happening today. But number one, it's still happening to us today, so we can relate to it. Number two, we relate to it because we know that our ancestors has said, look, The generation before us, they were asleep. They were I'm gonna say it. The generation before us was the church generation. But that goes all the way back. That goes all the way back. It was the church folk generation, that church mentality, that, leaving it up to someone else mentality, and that's not going to get it done. I'm sorry, it's not going to get it done. Leaving it up to some mystic in the sky to do it, it's not going to get the job done. That's why I love when he said something about the Soul Source Connection, his YouTube page, Soul Source Connection. He's all about, connecting souls to the source. I'm all about Obeng meditations. I'm all about connecting you to the source, to the knowledge within, to the power within. You understand what I'm saying? And so when you get taught by the Obeng meditations programs, that programming of your mind is a good program, because that program is an elevation of your consciousness and an expansion of your awareness. You understand what I'm saying? And so people are going to be like, look at me and be like, yo, this dude speak the same language. This dude speak my language, and they're going to come to me. Or they're going to say, I love the way he's so humble about him, and he speaks that language, and you're going to go to him. But the idea is you found us both in this time, in this age, in this day and time, because it's been given to us in this generation. And we cannot let no more time pass. Remember what I said about the natural disasters are just like your body when it's going through a sickness. The earth creates these natural disasters, hurricanes, tornadoes, typhoons, cyclones. All these things are purging and cleansing of the body of the earth. And so when you sneeze, that's like a hurricane going off. And you cough, that's like a hurricane going off. That is you are purging, your body is purging a sickness. COVID-19 was not a coronavirus. It was not a health virus. It was a conscious virus. And so there was a purging in those who didn't get sick. And when I say sick, I'm talking about the melanated beings, because we couldn't contract that stuff. We couldn't contract that stuff. That was, if anybody died from supposedly COVID-19, I'm going to be straight up with you, it was murder. It was murder. See, you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that, because that's too far-fetched for you. That's too far-fetched for you to believe that people can just take out a people like that. That's too far-fetched for you to believe. You don't want to believe that people can strategically set up a system that takes you out, when history shows us different. History shows us another side. History shows us what they are capable of. So why be in denial and naive about it? The ideal is the true resistance is retreat. I said this, I wrote a scripture today where I said true resistance, real resistance is retreat, retreating. It is not cowardly to retreat. Resistance is not cowardly to retreat. That is the 8th law of Obeng. It is self-reservation. Reserve yourself for another time, so that you can reserve yourself, so that you can pass off the new consciousness, the new awareness, for the children to come through you, for the seeds to come through you, for the next seeds. Because if we don't, we're going to continue to pass off. We're going to continue to pass off curses. We're going to continue to pass off these mental blocks and these constructs, these ideas. You understand? We're going to continue to pass these things off. And it is no longer our duty to carry the torch for those who asleep. No, we got to carry the torch of our ancestors. We got to carry that torch, the light that's been given to us from them, because they were the awakened ones. And then, we got enslaved, and then our minds got programmed, and then we went to sleep. And that's why I put up that post about education today, because it's designed to put you to sleep. When you start to unlearn their knowledge and their ways and their doctrines, do you wake up? Why do you think they give you the doctrine in the first place? They give you the doctrine to put you to sleep. So that the spirit warrior gene is not activated within you, beloved. So that warrior gene is not activated within you. You have to have that warrior gene inside you must be activated. And the best tool as a warrior that we can use is not to go into battle, beloved, but it is to retreat. See, it's fool's gold to think that you got to go into war, to go into battle. No. It's fool's gold to think that you got to go into war with them. No, we ain't gonna go into war with them, because what did the word say? That no weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. But I'd be a damn fool if I think that I'm gonna go into battle and not be taken out. They have not just the weaponry, but they have a strategic design plan to take out the children, what they call I wanted to say the indigo children, but it's another term I was looking for. But God's children, the enlightened beings, the enlightened souls. So we got to get out of that construct. We got to get out of that mindset. You understand what I'm saying? So that COVID thing, you can believe in it however you want to believe in it. But I know when it comes to them saying black people are dying the most from COVID-19, we cannot contract that stuff. You know why? Because if you're living naturally like you're supposed to, hold on. Okay, we good. If you're living holistic and natural like you're supposed to live, okay? If you're living natural and holistic like you're supposed to live, nothing can contract a body that is pure, in tune. Not with just the knowledge, but you got to be in tune with the earth, the energy, the source. That's why I talked about earlier. I don't believe white people can become empathic, because they have to be able to be tapped into by the source. And they cannot get tapped into by the source. It's a scientific, it's a visual fact. You can see it. You can see when they're walking outside in the sun and they got to wear sunblock. I know you don't want to hear that. I know it sounds harsh coming from me, because I am the beloved. I'm your beloved brother, your beloved teacher. I am your beloved God. I know that. You don't want to hear that. But I have to speak with power. I have to speak with pure power, so that you're not left blinded. Because if I leave any stone unturned, then I'm at fault. Because when I was talking in this moment, I didn't give you the reality, the truth. I didn't give you the truth. And so I cannot bite my tongue, nor can I leave any stones unturned. Because if I don't give you everything in full definition and full broad spectrum, then I'm at fault. And there's a scripture in the Bible that said that it says something like the first will be last and the last shall be first, but not that. It's about the teachers, those who are put in charge. It's a scripture, you got to look it up. Please find that scripture for me. It's about those who are in charge of the flock. They're going to be judged the worst, or they're going to be, you understand what I'm saying? Those who are been given this call, those who've been given the call to teach, and they don't, and if they don't teach, they're going to get a worse punishment. That's a scripture we got to find in the Bible. They're going to get a worse punishment. You understand? So we got to give people the truth, the cold hard truth, in the way it needs to be said. And we can do that without having to confront them. We can do that without having to confront them. You know how you give them the truth? I already said it. You give them the truth through resistance. Resistance in form of retreat. So self-reservation, reserving oneself for another day and age and time. Why? Because if I give into these battles and these wars that they put before me, then how can I pass off as a leader, as a teacher, because it's my responsibility? How can I then pass off to the generation coming after, the generation of my seed, my offspring, and those that's coming after, your children and their children's children. How can I activate them if I'm going into battle? You know, a son follows his father's footsteps. A daughter follows her mother's ways. So if I go and join the military, my son may grow up and go join the military, give his life to a country, and possibly lose his life at that too. And therefore did not leave anything of consciousness behind for his children. Really, you know, for his generations, his grandchildren and great-grandchildren to come. And so it's a fool's goal to believe that you got to go into battle. That's not spiritual warfare. Or that's not spiritual war. That's not the spiritual war is to retreat, reserve yourself. They say self-preservation. Yes. But that is saving yourself. Only yourself. But reserving yourself. Self-preservation and self-reservation is two different things. Self-preservation is for the self, saving yourself. But self-reservation, reserving oneself, is so that you can continue to do, is so that you can pass off. You're reserving yourself for others. I'm reserving myself, my energy, for those to come and the people that I'm gonna be, you know, giving life to in my family. I'm gonna help build and the constructs of those who come behind me. So let's be sure about, hold on. Okay, there she go. I want to thank the Nitra Netsaru for this one. Not many of you should become teachers, my brothers, for you know that we who teach will be judged with greater strictness. James 3:1. Appreciate that, God. Appreciate that. That's a fact. You understand what I'm saying? So if I leave stones unturned, there it is. If I leave stones unturned, I'm responsible for that. I can't do that. I can't leave that. I can't suppress. And that's why we talked about the ego. Boom, 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 boom. The ego thing. I gotta be, you know, Jesus was the egomaniac. When you see me, you seen the Father. And that's what I'm saying to you. When you see me, you see God. When you see me, you see God. So what the hell? No, I'm not going to shut this off for you to be comfortable and feel comfortable. Respect me and stand before me when you see me. Stand before me when you see me, because when you see me, you see God. Respect that. Respect that. And only a God has the power, and only a God has the authority to be able to speak it. And so it's been given to me. It's been given to us. It's been given to him. To the Lord prophet. It's been given to him to be that. And the problem with us in this generation, I'm talking about my immediate generation, not the generation, you know, not the generation coming after me, but my immediate generation. The problem with my immediate generation is we've been indoctrinated. We've been indoctrinated by our mothers and fathers who was blinded. We've been indoctrinated by our mothers and fathers who was blinded. When I grew up, my mother brought me up. My mama brought me up. When I was a child, I was raised Jehovah's Witness. I was raised Jehovah's Witness, and then later on became a Christian. After, you know, about 11 years old, I became a Christian, but I really didn't stay on the path of Christianity because I was 11 years old. I was a child. So when I became, you know, like 20, 22, 23, I would say around 23, I became a born again Christian that you would call, right? And so for 10 years, I was studying the Bible. I was studying the word because I was a church goer. I was there every Sunday, there every Wednesday, there every Tuesday for men's Bible study, there every Monday for youth Bible study. I was there for 10 years. So I was in the church for 4 days a week. I was in the church. And so I had got programmed. I got programmed because it was a part of that curse. It was a part of that upbringing. It was a part of what was a part of my mama. It was a part of what was a part of her family, her mother, my grandma. You understand what I'm saying? It was a part of my grandma and then became a part of my mama and then became a part of me. And so that's why you see me breaking the curse right now. It's me breaking the curse. I'm breaking the curse right now. And so it's offensive for people to see me. It's offensive for people to see me and be so egotistical about my awakeness. It's offensive for people to see me and be so prophetic about my words and speak them with such power and authority and assurance. It's offensive for people to say, oh, you just another conscious pimp or a conscious this or conscious that. And I'm like, what? Words I never even heard of before because because I'm not a part of that community. It's like a conscious what? Like I don't even know what that is because I don't dwell in that low level thinking, and only a person that would say something like that is a person who got some things going on within themselves that they're wrestling with and can't truly address because they know truthfully what I'm speaking is really awakening, but it's angering them. What I'm speaking is truly awakening them, and you know one thing about the older generation? You know what I learned about the older generation? I learned there's one thing about the older generation. They hate change. The older generation hate change. They hate change. Don't bring change their way. They want to stay in their cycles. They want to stay in their perpetual cycles of not elevating, staying, let everything stay the same. They don't want to get they don't want to get smartphones. They want to stay with flip phones. I've seen this. They don't want to convert over to smartphones. Everybody's got a smartphone. They want to stay with the flip phone. People done did away with flip phones 2000, 2009. You know what I'm saying? 2005. People done did away with flip phones. Now everybody got touchscreen phones. They still don't want to evolve. And when they do evolve, they don't even know how to work nothing. They don't know how to work nothing. And it's not a plight. It's not a strike against them. It's not a bad thing. It's not something that's bad. But it's the problem with it is the adjustment. You have to begin to adjust and make a change toward growth. If you really want to see, if you want to move forward with life. If you want to move forward, you got to start adjusting to these growth ways to start growing. You got to start making adjustments to grow. Or you're going to be still carrying the same demons, the same DNA, and never, ever, ever mastering life. I forget the quote. I was going to say a quote, but I can't remember it right now. Where he said, about, I'd rather, most people retire and die and retire, something like that. I'll come back with it later. But anyway, it's something about like getting old and I don't want to get old and die, or I don't want to retire and die, something like that. Anyway, listen, God, keep your minds focused on the knowledge. People like me, people like Lord Prophet, keep your mind tuned into, because it's our generation. That's why I love our generation the best. Our generation is the lit generation. You know what I'm saying? Our generation is the lit generation. We are truly the lit generation. We woke up, man. We woke up from these curses. We woke up from these dominant structures that they put over us. And that's why they're trying to kill us as fast as they possibly can. I'm talking about literally wipe us out, extinct us. And I told you, it's a fool's goal to think that you can go into battle with them and think that you're about to win this battle. The best resistance is retreat. Reserve. The 8th law of Obeng is self-reservation, self-reserve. Think about what you got to do. Think about the mission that's the purpose been giving you. Think about think about the journey that you're on. Think about the people you got to awaken, especially from our generation and beyond, down. We're not going to be able to save everyone. We're not going to be able to bring everyone. And we're not going to be able to go to everyone. But those who find us, remember what I said, they're finding an expansion of their own awareness in me. Their information. That's why the young people come. That's why the young people flock to people like me, to people like Nature Boy, to people like Jordan. That's why people flock to us. The young people flock to us. Why you think the young people flock to us? There's a reason why they flock to us, because we are igniting, we are awakening new DNA that has not been disturbed yet. That's why you're seeing like these young people come to us, very young, like 16, 17, 18, and 19, because they truly haven't been indoctrinated just, fully. They haven't been indoctrinated fully yet. They haven't been ransacked. Their DNA has not been taken over, totally programmed. And so they're caught, the teenagers of today's time are caught in the middle of like my daughter. I have a 16-year-old daughter. She's right there. My daughter has already did some things. My daughter did some things. My 16-year-old daughter did some beautiful things that told me that my DNA was waking her up. I knew I knew that she was taking on. My daughter is an enlightened being. My daughter is an enlightened being. You understand what I'm saying? My daughter went to Peru at 14 years old by herself. My daughter went to Peru, Central America, at 14 years old by herself with the indigenous people, working with the indigenous people. My daughter's a healer. Working with the indigenous people, working on the land with the tribes of the indigenous people. So my daughter DNA, she was caught in the middle. She was caught in the middle of, she can be programmed or she can wake up. And there was a shift going on. There's a shift going on. There's a shift going on with the young people today. There's a shift, but it's not a shift that they're not in a boat rocking this way and rocking that way. They're not in a boat. They're not in a boat. They're actually outside the boat looking at it rock both ways, and they're choosing, which is the safer way? If the boat tips over this way, I'm closer to land. The boat tips over this way, I'm more in the open water. And so they're looking at it like, where should I enter on? Where should I enter in on at the boat? Where should I get off at? So they're looking, okay, the boat is teeter-tottering, and they're watching from an outside view. Today's youth, they're watching from an outside view. And they're looking at us, me and you, their parents. Today's parents are us. They're looking at us. And they're looking and they're seeing. And they're like, I can go this way or I can go that way. Today's parents are waking up the generation, of our youth. My daughter. So she saw the shift. She saw the boat rocking both ways and was like, I'm going to take this route. And she went on her own spiritual journey. At 14 years old, she was been enlightened. She took on her own spiritual journey, went her own way. Boom, woke up, already got the knowledge from her daddy, because her daddy had activated it in her easily. And see, that's our job. So now my daughter is on a righteous path. That'll never be taken away from her. So she's on a righteous path. And so the youth, this is why the youth is coming to us. This is why the youth is flocking to us. This is why the youth see us, come to us, hear us, and follow us. This is why the youth follow us. They follow us for a reason, for a purpose, because we're activating. They're on that shift. They see that shift. They go this way, they can go to sleep. They go this way, they can wake up. They're not caught in it yet. They're not caught in it. They're not caught in it. They're actually looking from an outside point of view. And they're making their decision. If I go this way, I may end up going to sleep. If I go this way, I'll definitely wake up. Okay? So now, the youth of today's generation is waking up. Waking up because of people like us. People like Lord Prophet, people like the God Obeng, and that is purposefully done, strategically done. And people are going to find him that resonate with him like the way his energy bring it. And people are going to find me and resonate with the way I bring it. And there's nothing wrong with either way, because it's all soul source connection, as he say. As that's his message. You understand? It's all soul source connection. It's all divine timing, divine power, divine alignment, purposefully done for a reason. Appreciate y'all being here. The God Obeng is about to take off, and Who knows? Eat some food or something. I don't know. You feel me? But I appreciate y'all watching. This was a good build tonight. Hey, I'm going to take off. All right? Atone. Say it with me. Atone. Peace.